end of your world. Time has passed and may not coming undone. Tell me please, was it worth your life?
Greetings from the grave, Haddonfield's homeboy, Matt Hatter Splatter, Jamie Myers,
Killer King, Crystal Lake, Zero Voorhees, Gorefather, Psychopath TV, Horror from the Grave. Welcome back. We're going to take care of some more killer questions. And this one we're going to start with, what was that? Killer question. We're going to start with Horror Bloody Fanatic. If you could get killed by Jason Voorhees, which death from a past movie would it be? So replace yourself with someone who's getting killed. Which kill would you want?
dead fuck, bro, all day.
There you go.
The dead fuck.
So you want the corkscrew in the hand and
the meat cleaver across the
meat
face.
cleaver across the face.
Yeah, that's good for me.
That's good for you?
Yeah, that's good for me.
I know I wouldn't want to go out like Paulie did in Final Chapter with the spear gun through the nuts and the trigger pull.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go that way. I wouldn't want to go with the handstand Andy. I wouldn't want that one either.
Wouldn't want that one either. So, hell no. I think if I were to get taken out, I would be happy to be part of the triple decapitation from Friday the 13th 6.
Really? Just
quick, done and over with, man. Just get it over with. Yeah.
Really?
I don't want Jason to get creative. The sooner he can take me out, the better. Because if he has time to think, it's going to suck more for me. Favorite Friday the 13th kill? We were actually asked this already, and you answered it, but I didn't. Did you notice that?
Really?
Yeah. We did yours, and then I moved on to the next question without answering what my favorite Friday the 13th kill was. So we'll do mine. And mine is always and forever the old Stand Man.
Yep.
From Friday the 13th Part 7. Punched through the back and neck snapped in half. Just the way Kane pulled that shit off was bad.
One fluent motion.
Yeah,
like
it's
a
all
quarterback
fluid.
throwing to a wide receiver.
There you go. There you go.
Peyton Manning, if you will.
It was just exactly.
Yeah,
beautifully executed. Yeah, I know.
It was totally.
Okay, Texas Chainsaw or Halloween remake, and why?
Halloween remake by far.
I'm going to go that route,
it wasn't made by Platinum Dunes. 2, it wasn't made by Platinum Dunes. 3, Rob Zombie actually has respect for Michael Myers, which Michael Bay, Brad Fuller, and all the other fucknuts Platinum Dunes have no
the
respect.
Halloween felt like a remake. The Texas Chainsaw Massacres just felt like a sequel.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a remake.
Yeah, but if you if you take certain elements out, Arlie, Ermy, and some other various little elements, you take those away, it's just a really mediocre movie.
Yeah. So there you go. What do you think Platinum Dunes can do to improve on Friday the 13th Part 2? Sell it to somebody else.
Sell it to somebody else.
Have nothing to do with it. Have nothing to do with it.
You know, and even if you don't sell it to someone else, how about this? Just don't make it. You want to do it better?
Or get some better writers. Don't get the writers from Freddy vs. Jason. One of the beautiful things about the Friday the 13th series was different writers.
You can get us to write that motherfucker.
You could definitely get us to write that. But you know what I mean? I mean, Part 4 was not written by the same guy who did Part 3, was not written by the same guy who did Part 2, was not written by the same guy who did Part 1 type thing.
No.
You know, and 6 was written by Tom McLaughlin, and then 7 was written by some other dude. And
no.
It wasn't John Carl, he just directed it.
He just directed it.
You know what I mean? And they've ever since Freddy vs. Jason, it's been the same two writing the Friday the 13th series, and all they've been doing is joking on it the entire time. So I would like to have some fresh blood.
Yeah.
I think that would be a very good start there. Moving on. This one comes from my homeboy, Colorado's #1 Jags fan. And let me just say, holy shit, the Browns fucking beat us. Wow. Well, better luck next year. Our season is over. But hey, Jags fan, loyal, that's my town, blah, blah, blah.
And the Jags are still cool.
Yeah.
They don't bother me.
You had a .50 caliber sniper rifle and could blow the shit out of one person on Earth. Who would it be and why?
One person?
God. You know, you shoot one person, now you got a taste for it. But you got to stop now. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
You know, that's like your one shot at a porn star type thing. Which we talked about that earlier. But
one person?
Huh.
Man, I bet we couldn't just line them all up in a row.
Exactly, because of 50 cal.
Boom!
Exactly. Now, if we could have one line, We could get a lot
We
done.
could get a lot done.
Especially if you got him sitting on the 800-yard line. That projectile is going to go through for a while.
Yeah.
Even the other person's bones, after a while, are still going to kill him because of the velocity of that round.
Yep.
One person. I think if I were to just... you know what? It would be 2-1 because I would catch Michael Bay and Brad Fuller making out, and that's when I'd take my shot.
Right through the heads.
Right through the heads.
There'd be nothing left.
Just a fine pasty goo of Vidal Sassoon and Tangled Tongues. That's all it would be.
That's all it would be.
Maybe a tooth. Maybe.
I don't know, man.
You're like stuck on it.
There's too many to name. Too many to name.
Yeah, there is. If he could trade in his 50 cal for a 105 millimeter howitzer, he would go for that. It's just one of those shells landing in the middle of everyone you hate. Gone.
Gone.
Okay, this one comes from Club Horror. Why don't you like 3D movies? You're misunderstanding us. I'm sorry to say, it's not that we don't like 3D movies. We don't like 3D movies in horror. And my reason is that I don't like 3D horror is because the effects look faker. You know what I mean? Like, you already know it's fake. You already know it's special effects and everything like that. But when you add that 3D element, you know it's computer animated. You know it's generated. You know it's trick photography type thing to get the 3D effect. And for me, 3D in horror just makes it faker and cheesier.
And just the fact that it's just part of a trend right now.
That too.
If one just floated out like it used to every once in a great while,
Yeah.
it'd be fine.
Yeah, because, Friday the 13th, part 3D, and then A Nightmare on Elm Street didn't do it until Nightmare on Elm Street 6, which was damn near 12 years after Friday the 13th 3.
Yep. See, so that was enough time.
Those
that
were
was
cool,
enough of a gap.
Yeah, nowadays you just know it's computer and it's embarrassing. Would you go see Jeepers Creepers 3? No, I'd wait for it on DVD.
Yeah, I'd wait for it on DVD as well.
But I would check it out. If you got told to make a new slasher character, what would he be called and what would he look like and do? So if we invented our own slasher and pulled him out of the midair, what would he do? What would he look like? What would he be called? That's actually classified right now.
Yeah, that's actually classified.
That's actually classified because we are working on that. So I'm going to have to say classified. I am going to say we got the mask and we got it from Deepwater 909.
Yep.
And so we got the mask, so we know what he looks like and everything. But really, I hate to do that to you, but it is top secret. It is something we're kind of working on.
Because we're going to do a little something.
We're going to do a little something.
Real.
Yes, sir. For real. And we got some more from Club Horror. Who is your favorite classic horror character out of Zombie, Mummy, Dracula, Wolfman, or Frankenstein? That's a good question. I like that.
He didn't name mine out of all that he
Zombie, Mummy, Dracula, Wolfman, or Frankenstein.
You didn't name mine in there, but Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I'm going with him on that. Out of your list, I would have to say my favorite would be Dracula.
Me too.
So, with Wolfman very close behind. Okay, what was your first ever horror movie you watched? Mine was Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Mine was Halloween.
There you go. Do you get bored of remakes or can't wait for them to come out? Bored to fucking tears.
Oh, yeah. Bored.
Again, we're not saying we hate every remake. We just hate the remakes that are obvious monetary gain. Money for nothing, chicks for free type shit.
Yeah.
And it's not cool with us. So we're going to be back. We got some more questions for that ass.